So back when Haliey Welch announced her meme coin, even someone like me who knows little to nothing about crypto could see that investing your money into a self-proclaimed crack baby in the hopes that you're gonna make some profit off of it is some shit Peter Griffin would do, not somebody in the real world. But humankind is greatly underestimated in how stupid we can get, and apparently a lot of people invested in this, giving it the benefit of the doubt. Only for them, the only one who benefited from it was Haliey and the people her team put in charge of all this. And that should have been obvious from the beginning. This crack-infused human does not know the slightest thing there is to know about crypto. She knows how to follow directions and post what she's told to post about, but that's about all she's good for. Literally everything she has done is just a different person milking the Hawk Tuah popularity until they run it into the ground. Like, her podcast was where she was gonna peak at. She's basically a retarded Bobby Altoff, and that's where she was going to spend the rest of her days. But apparently, someone on her team thought it would be a good thing to do what every influencer who rises to popularity does, and that is be involved in some sort of crypto scheme. Some of you might not remember, but streaming's golden child, IShowSpeed, was once involved in a little scam himself. But it was nothing like what Haliey got herself into. And unless you're into crypto, you're not going to really understand what I'm talking about. I barely understand what I'm talking about, and I'm the one reading it. But for those who just want things wrapped up in a few words, she scammed people. Obviously not her directly, but whoever was in charge of this horrific launch. And what I don't understand is how they actually thought they were going to get away with doing anything shady in the year of 2024. There are people who literally dedicate their lives to exposing when something like this is going to happen. Coffeezilla, for example. His whole existence is to educate and expose people to crypto scams so that the next time it unfortunately happens, it will be stopped before too many people become victims to whoever is doing the scam. And while this only may pertain to those meme coins that hit the mainstream, he's still exposing people like Haliey and her team. So yesterday, Haliey was doing one of those Twitter spaces where her and two of the people in charge of her meme coin are trying their hardest not to sound like scammers when answering Coffeezilla's questions. And this clip is 6 minutes. Obviously, I'm not going to play you the whole thing. It's on Twitter. If you really want to look for it, just search up her name and you'll find it. But here are the key moments from this conversation.
This is one of the most miserable, horrible launches I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, then why the fuck are you on?
I've been tracing it on chain for a while. You guys generated over $1 million in fees while y'all's fans got rug pulled. There was snipers, but there was also insider trading directly linked to y'all's creator account. What are you guys doing?
We can answer that.
You know about the insider trading?
No, there's no insider trading. That's why we can answer it.
Okay, so there's tokens going directly from the main account.
Coffeezilla, just chill for a second.
And then it's getting sold for $50K. Who is that?
There was a strategic allocation, right, through a foundation. Every single one of those was signed through a SAF.
How much did y'all get doing a pre-sale? How much did y'all make? Who's making millions of dollars on fees from this rug pull?
That's not a scheme. That's the project. So we can keep this thing going for years. Okay, that's how do you think? There's so many expenses.
Who makes the money on the fees? Someone just made over $1 million on fees. Who does that belong to?
That belongs to the project, right?
Who's the project? Who is the project?
Haliey Welch, right? And
how much does Haliey Welch own? Who made the money? How much did Haliey Welch make of that 1.8 million?
It's a foundation that is running this project.
How much does she own of it?
It's a foundation. She owns zero of the foundation.
So y'all made the money?
I like how in the beginning, Haley's like, so why the fuck are you here, Coffee? Why the fuck are you here, guy? As if she's not just there because these guys are using her joke to scam thousands of people. This actual crack smoker is literally face to face with the people she scammed, them with, and cannot comprehend that she is the one in trouble here. Saying why the fuck is Coffeezilla here when you're in the middle of being exposed for a crypto scam is like asking why the fuck is LeBron James at a Laker game. But you can tell these two guys that are talking are trying their hardest to avoid saying flat out who is getting the money. Like Coffeezilla asked them straight up multiple times who got the $1 million they made. And they keep talking about how it goes to this foundation that they made that's literally just something they made up to avoid any suspicion. This whole thing might have worked maybe 10 years ago, but like I said, there are people like Coffeezilla who do this for a living who can trace where all your money is being transferred. People can apparently even see that over 90% of the coin is being held held by like 3 people. I have no idea what that means in crypto terms, but this account does, and they've been posting all day exposing her. The guy with the white profile picture even tries to explain everything, saying Haliey's team has sold absolutely no tokens whatsoever. But then the first thing the community note says is the quote-unquote team and insiders have actually been selling their tokens since launch. A majority have never purchased anything and have only sold the tokens they were given. Haliey is lying and will likely have to talk to a judge about this. Now, when a community note with a joke added to it stays up, that's how you know you're fucked. Not to mention, normal people like me and you can see this kind of stuff apparently, which then someone posted a screenshot showing everyone that they've been selling their tokens. I don't know if they thought the crypto experts who've been calling them out from the start were not going to look into anything further and just take their word for it, but they fucked up by choosing the worst possible person to be the face of your meme coin. They even got law firms tweeting out asking people to contact them if they lost any money. And what's funny is that Haliey doesn't understand that whatever negativity comes from this, 90% of it is going to her. And I say this because Drama Alert posted this clip of her leaving mid-conversation saying she has to go to sleep.
Actual, like,
hey guys,
income.
I hate to interrupt you, Nick. Hello there. But anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Never has there been anyone more deserving of what they got coming to them. And I know I say that a lot on this channel, but this girl allowed herself to be used in ways that would have probably been more pleasant if they were sexual. I'm just saying, because then, years down the road, she could have been like, look, this is what happened to me, and this is why I did this. But now, she's actually getting the hate that everyone thought she deserved for making that stupid comment. Not gonna lie, she did have me in the first half, meaning while I did not like how she was getting all this attention, I kept hearing her talk about how she was using her newfound fame for good and how she was going to help people. But then I start thinking back, and the only time I've ever seen her do something for someone else was that one video where she went to PetSmart and got some pet stuff to donate. She didn't start the Hawk Tuah Foundation for kids with mouth cancer. She hasn't brought awareness to anything other than her inability to be entertaining outside of being asked a sexual question. I get that meme coins are a big thing right now, and there are some out there who've made some people quite a bit of money. Like not even a month ago, the Chill Guy meme was made into a coin, and people were milking that for as long as they could. But there was just something about when Haliey announced this that didn't sit right even with people in the crypto community. Like when people who aren't involved in crypto and the ones that are both look at each other and be like, you see what the fuck's going on over there? Then you know it's 100% something dirty going on. But also, it's the Hawk Tuah girl. This was the most obvious scam from the start. Her Twitter account isn't even ran by her anymore, or even was. Do you know how much this B-word posted about Bitcoin? You ask her about Bitcoin right now and her brain would fucking melt trying to come up with a response. Like, part of me does feel kind of bad because these people are just using her fame for their own profit, but when shit like this hits the fan, even if they invested $1 billion into this, they aren't going to be looking for Haliey for answers. They're going to be mad at her, but they're going to be looking at the people who manage her for fucking their money. She is going to have to deal with some stuff legally, I'm sure, because she's an adult who should have made some better decisions on who she trusts, but as of now, this seems like a successful scam, or a rug pull as they call it, that I'm sure many are glad was exposed sooner rather than later. I mean, you can just tell from the way these guys were talking to Coffeezilla that they didn't think anyone was going to question them about anything, and were trying to make it seem like everyone does what they do. And it's like, yeah, you mean scam people? But yeah, guys, if you lost any of your money in this Hawk coin, you can now double down and invest it all in Soup Coin. Just go to your local fast food restaurant, and then when you pay for your food, let them know I sent you, and then we'll work out all the profit stuff later. You know what I mean? Quick and easy, you don't have to worry about anything. We'll worry about it for you. Alright? Alright. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.